It's pretty common knowledge that walking home at night by yourself is a bad idea, and this story is only going to make that a little more certain. Back in 2006, a young woman would go on a nightly stroll that she had done for the previous 4 years that she had lived there, and nothing had ever gone wrong. She even joked about some of the drug dealers being polite in the area. However, on this night, as she was walking, she noticed down the road, there was a man who was doing this weird, dance. And it was almost like some sort of box or square dance, but he's taking these weird strides, and she realized that those strides at the end of each little box was actually to move closer to her. She would write this off as he was drunk and just having a good time, and she thought nothing of it as she continued to walk down the street. But when she got closer, she noticed that he was moving really gracefully. There was no way that he was impaired by either drugs or alcohol. As she got closer, she decided, she didn't want to really get in the way of his dancing, so she decided to cross the street. When she crossed, she decided to turn around and glance back, and she saw him standing facing her now, no longer dancing, with one foot in the street and one foot on the sidewalk, just staring at her and smiling. She was completely rattled by his change in demeanor and posture as he stopped dancing and was staring at her very intently and just smiling the entire time. She decided she was going to keep on walking, but she didn't want to take her eye off of him. After she had a distance that was about half a block away from him, she looked away for a moment, and when she looked back, he was actually on her side of the street now, crouched behind a car, still smiling at her. After a moment of just standing there in complete shock, he started doing these big, exaggerated tiptoe like he was some sort of cartoon character, but he was moving exceptionally quick while doing this. This young woman did have a can of pepper spray on her, but she was so frozen in fear that she just stood there. She didn't pull out her cell phone to call 911. She didn't pull out her pepper spray. She just stood there, petrified in fear as this smiling man was creeping towards her. After what seemed like an exceptional amount of time, the man simply just stopped walking towards her, turned around, and started doing his dance walk away again. When he turned around and walked away, she made sure to keep her eye on him as he walked away till he was almost out of sight. But then she noticed that he stopped moving, and slowly the silhouette of this man started to get bigger as she realized that he was coming back towards her and he was running. She decided that this was a good time to also run. As she was running, she kept expecting when she glanced over her shoulder to see him and that creepy smiling face, but she never did. She would go on to live in that city for another 6 months before she decided to move. And in that 6 months, she never again went on another walk at night.